Hello, Geminis. This is your January monthly love reading. And I'm excited because I like doing this format where I can just focus in on a particular area versus trying to do a general reading covering so many different areas and whatnot. So this makes it a little bit easier. So what we're going to do is we're going to on some cards, and we're going to lay out the cards first, as I do, and then we're going to do a reading. So first I'm just going to look at what's happening, what's going on in the month of January for our Geminis. Okay, and what tools will Geminis be utilizing? Ooh, nice. Ooh, even better. Nice. All right. And then what's the outcome? What's happening in January in love for coupled and single? And what will they be taking forward into the new month? Okay, nice. All right. So where are the sensual, sexual energies for single and coupled up Geminis in January? Mother of Swords, which is traditionally the Queen of Swords. Okay. We got Justice again. Ooh. Justice is playing. We got Justice here. Or is this Justice? Yeah, it is Justice. And at first I was like making sure it wasn't like Temperance because she's, I don't know. Anyways, so we've got some interesting energies going on. All right. Any additional guidance, Spirit, that you'd like to impart for yourself, Geminis? It's going to be important for you in January. Deception. Okay. Any other information? Thank you. Got all my crystals on the table. Religious factors. Let your friends help you. Cool. And then finally, a closing like message or affirmation for your love life for the month of January. And so, interesting. Jack always got two messages. We'll go with that. Let's see. Love in spite of it all. That's interesting. Okay. Do something new, something different. Oh, okay. And they do have like some messages on the back. Sometimes I just don't even go with it. Yeah, we'll see. Okay, so let's get started. And I'm going to just scoop my, because I don't want to keep bumping into it. Okay, so what's happening in the month of January on the onset or outset is we got the Five of Pentacles and we've got the Justice card. And so we have a sense of feeling kind of put out, put upon by your lover or by your partner. You just feel like they're not really getting you. They are relating to the other family members, but not you. They're tending or being more concerned about the other family members than yourself. There's just that sense. For those who are single, it's a sense of, you know, other people seem to be getting in relationships. I'm not. What's going on? Why is it taking so long? And so at the beginning of the month, you kind of feel this way where you're like feeling like an outsider looking into the world and of love, and you want to be a part of it. You want to be an active player, whether you're in a relationship and you want to be an active player in your relationship, or just in love in general, even if you're in a relationship, and you want to have that if you were single. It does not matter. That energy is the same for all Geminis, whether you're in a relationship or not. It's just how it plays out when you're single or when you're in a relationship. But fortunately, as the month goes on, through maybe some positive affirmations, some different tools you're employing, you start to have a change, a balance, a shift of feeling a little bit more fair-minded towards your love life and towards your lover or your partner if you're in a relationship, and towards yourself, whether you're in a relationship or not. Yes, you're realizing that things need to be looked at and things need to be worked out, as in the Justice card. But you also are being fair-minded in how you work on everything. And it's comforting to see that, because I'm seeing other things going on with the oracle, like over here, for example. It's saying free yourself, deception, religious factors, and let your friends help you. It's a lot of different things going on. It could be speaking to different Geminis going through different various things, or you could be kind of going through interloping situations like this. But I get an overall sense that ultimately, whether you're facing deception in a relationship, you have a sense of, the karmic universe, like bringing about a balance and making sure you are protected. Now, of course, it could also be interpreted that maybe, you don't feel so protected by the spirit, by your partner. But towards the end, there is a sense that you are able to overcome that feeling of feeling like you cannot connect. Let's take a look here. It says, free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. So January kind of has you starting out not feeling so in control. Now, on one hand, in other areas of your life, and you'll see in your other readings, like for the month, that there's some areas that you're really thriving and doing well in. But there's other areas that need some freeing and need some detachment, needs some work. And so you find yourself doing the work. You find yourself freeing yourself. If you aren't there yet, this is an invitation by Spirit to say, hey, you need to take a look at this and you need to free yourself. It says someone here is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. And whenever this card comes up, it could always be you that it's talking about, or it could be like your partner, or it could be someone you're dealing with. It could be all of the above. It could be one of the above. You know what I mean? So at first, it may be just a deception of, in your mind, you think something is going on. It could be something, if you're not in a relationship, things that you've been telling yourself, like you're not good enough, that something must be going on with you as to why you don't have a partner, and you start to believe these lies. But as the month progresses, it turns out you don't really believe those after all, and you start to realize, and you start to soften your approach on that, which is good. We have religious factors. It says, your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. And so, for some of you, this could be speaking on having the difficult time of, if you're in a religion and your family's in a religion and your partner isn't, it could have your partner feeling left out, feeling like the Five of Pentacles here, or it could be you in that position where you're the odd one out. And so that could also be something that is playing for some people. Others, you know, you may not be in a relationship right now, but religion is a very big factor for you, and it's a deal breaker for you. And it does tend to limit, honestly, the partners that could potentially come into your life. But hey, if that's what you want, then that's what you want. And that's, you know, you can't get upset about that. If that's the parameter that you set for God, for spirit, for source, to bring about a partner, hey, it may take some time. But if you kind of loosen that up, you may find that love comes a little bit more easier and quicker, because you could find someone who loves you for who you are in all your religious glory, or maybe you are able to love them in all their religious glory. But maybe, like, some people are like, no, I'm never going to be with somebody who's religion or like Christian or this or that. And you're like, I'm never, never, never. Well, you could be missing out on an opportunity to really find lasting love, you know? So just think about that. Just think about that. Something to think about, something to chew on. And then it says, let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. I get a sense that initially in the beginning of the month, and to like the beginning towards the middle, you don't, but towards the mid to end, you totally do. You totally are leaning in on your friends. If you're in a relationship, you're calling your friends and reaching out to them and talking it out. If you're single, some of your friends are trying to hook you up or introduce you to someone, or even just cheering you up and taking you just to have fun. And you might be out there meeting someone. You know, you just keeping your options open, but being in the energy of letting your friends help you, allowing that to happen. My apologies. So now we look at, so the tools, we have the Sun card, beautiful, and the Universe card, excellent. So you're channeling your inner radiance, your beautiful light that you have shining out, your, you know, from within going outward. You are focusing on your connection to universal flow and spirit. You are just really rocking it out when it comes to manifesting a loving relationship with your partner this month. If you're not in a relationship, manifesting opportunities to allow your friends to help you, realizing that, you know what, your love life is affected by the religious factors here, whether it's your religion or your partners or your future partners or your past partners. So it's something to do a little shadow work on, something to go a little deeper and look at, okay? But you're doing that work, and you happily, wholeheartedly do it. And look, it says do something new, something different. This is you doing something new, something different. You're like, I'm going to be optimistic. I'm going to use that as a tool. I'm going to be optimistic about my partner. Maybe we have been having some arguments about the kids. Maybe we've been having arguments about money or not being able to spend enough time with one another. But I'm going to be the change. I'm going to be the radiant light. I'm going to be the fun. I'm going to be the sexy. I'm going to bring that back to our relationship. I'm going to do something new, something different. And then as a result, it brings about some changes. It brings about your partner being receptive to that. It brings about change, new beginnings, and passion, and passionate, fiery energies and connections. And yes, sex. And yes, having a good, robust new beginning in sexual and sensual connections in your outcome cards. It says love in spite of it all. Yeah, in spite of it all, love is where it's at for you. If you're questioning, like if you're questioning when you came into this reading space that we're doing right now, about a particular relationship, especially if it's been a long committed one and you're like, oh my gosh, it's been kind of challenging lately. And then you get this card, you know, you're on the divine path, you're on the right track. And in January you are. You're like, aha, I'm going to be the change. I'm going to show my partner what it is that I want and desire. And that way, if you show them by just your actions, not kind of browbeating them, but just living the life and the radiant life that you want to live, your partner is going to follow suit. And if they don't, then you know it's a problem. You know it's probably time to be like the King of Swords. And I know it's a woman. This is actual, like a crone deck. So the kings are actually women. The King of Swords, be like the King of Swords and kick him to the curb and be like, I can't deal with this anymore. You know, we got too many false masks going on and it's not working because I've shown you something different. I've shown you something new and my partner is still not reciprocating. But I don't get the sense that that's going to happen at all. I get the sense that your partner is going to be like, wowzer, I have been missing this. I've been wanting this. It's an awakening. It's just like, wow, you are leading the way. The King of Swords is leading the way, being strategic in how they do it, right? And then look, you got the Queen or the Mother of Swords. And then again, we have balance, or this would be also the Justice card. With the Sensual Wicked Tarot. And so if we're talking about your sex life and your sensual life, it's about saying, hey, I am going to seduce with my thoughts and with my wit and my charm and my flirtation and what thoughts I can, you know, kind of stimulate. Like stimulating the imagination, really, you know, doing that, not phone sex, but just that sexy talk, that, you know, dirty talk that really stimulates your partner. And you may not realize that, Geminis, but it may stimulate you and your partner. You may not realize how good you can be at it until you try. Or you may not realize that you are really receptive to hearing it from your partner. And it's a balance thing. You are feeling very like, I want to have balance to this. I want to be giving to my partner as well as receiving. And your partner is going to be feeling the same way. And you guys are going to be kind of reciprocal this month. It's going to be quite beautiful. But of course, with anything, things come with ups and downs and challenges. Like in the beginning of the month. But by the end, things are working out quite beautifully. Okay? Love in spite of it all. Do something new, something different. All right, my Geminis. Well, that is it for your love reading. Thank you so much for watching. Much love, many blessings, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.